Yeah, so I've been in Missouri with AFP for almost 4 years now, and AFP has been around much longer than I have been in Missouri, at least working for them. I've been in Missouri nearly my whole life, but we've really, just like people know who we are because of the principles that we espouse and the policies we work on. And so, yeah, we've had a lot of things going on. Our constant goal is to cut taxes, right? Give people more control over their lives. And so one of the things, my favorite things that I love to hear in the Capitol is kind of AFP's reputation in Missouri is that they know exactly where we are on issues and policy, and that there's not going to be like anything that's going to change that, depending on who talks to us, or, you know what I'm saying? We can't be bought off or anything else like that, because the principles are the principles and they know where we're going to be on them.
Americans are capable of achieving extraordinary things when they have the freedom and opportunity to do so. This is American Potential.
Welcome to the American Potential Podcast. I'm your host, David Fromm. As America gets ready to celebrate its 250th birthday next year, we thought it'd be fun to do something leading up to the celebration. Each month, we're going to highlight the states that joined the Union during that month in a new series called 50 Stars, 50 Stories. The episodes will explore what makes each state unique, whether it's their history, what they're known for, or just some fun trivia. So here's your first challenge. Do you know how many states joined the Union in August? If you didn't know, there are 3. And here are some other hints. One became the 24th state in 1821. Another joined in 1876 as the 38th state, but not without some drama from President Andrew Johnson, who actually vetoed their shot at statehood. And finally, the last one joined in 1959, giving us the 50th star on the flag as we know it today. So, do you know which states we'll be talking about? Well, let's welcome today's guests who are going to be answering some questions about these states. Our first guest is Camelia Peterson, who is the Americans for Prosperity Missouri Legislative Liaison, and Jesse Mallory, who's Regional Director for Americans for Prosperity in Colorado. Some hints there. Welcome to both of you.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Always good to be on.
Yeah, always good to see you all. And I'm excited you're our guinea pigs for playing our new game as we move into the 250th celebration, learn about all of our states. I know the answers to some of these, and I know that you're from some pretty fun, cool states. So hopefully everyone else will learn a little bit about them too. All right, first question. Which state joined the Union in 1821?
That has to be Missouri.
It is. It's Missouri. I'm glad you got that one, Camelia.
Thanks.
You'd lose points if you didn't. So here's a fun fact. Did you know that Missouri and Maine were admitted to the Union around the same time because of the Missouri Compromise?
Yes, I didn't know that.
All right. This one might be for Jesse, not to give anything away, but which state joined in 1876?
Yeah, it may be the state of Colorado. I'm going to say that.
Yes. Yeah. And so we mentioned about President Andrew Johnson. He vetoed Colorado's statehood not once, but twice. I mean, what do you have against Colorado? It's a great state. But what he cited was a lack of population on the first veto. And for the second, he stated the territorial legislature in Colorado didn't follow the rules the country set for becoming a state. So, bunch of non-rule followers in Colorado. I guess some things never die.
Yeah, third time's a charm, We got there. That's the important thing.
It is. And a beautiful state it is. All right. For both of you, which state joined in 1959?
1959. I'm going to guess that's the Aloha state.
It would be Hawaii. Yeah. Did you guys know that 90% of Hawaiians voted in favor of statehood, making it the only U.S. state that was once an independent kingdom ruled by its own monarchy? Pretty fascinating.
Yeah, well, I guess monarchy wasn't doing a great job. So I'm glad people saw that democracy is a bit better. So that's good.
Yeah, all right. I'm certainly happy. I honeymooned in Hawaii, so I'm very happy for you. Jesse, what is Colorado's nickname?
Oh, man. Depends on who you ask. But it's definitely the Centennial State. So
yes. Yeah. So it's called the Centennial State because it became a state in 1876, exactly 100 years after the United States declared independence in 1776. Makes sense. All right. And then what is Missouri's nickname?
Well, if you know a Missourian, you'll know we're a bunch of skeptics here. So we want you to show us, prove it. So we're the show me state.
Exactly. It's always, I thought, one of the more fun nicknames. So the nickname can be partly attributed to Congressman Willard Vandiver, who in 1899 said in a speech, "I'm from Missouri. You have to show me." So I guess it's got a long tradition. Any of you know what Hawaii's nickname is? Camelia, you might have said it already.
And not.
Oh, well, I didn't know that was it, if that's it. So
Yep.
Is it the Aloha State?
It is.
Okay, awesome.
Way to go.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Hawaii's most people don't know Hawaii's the sister state to Colorado, so you can get in-state tuition a lot of times in Hawaii.
No way. I did not know that.
Wow.
No, I learned that when I almost went to college out in Hawaii, and they offered me a pretty amazing scholarship. But I think 2 years on the beach maybe wouldn't have been so bad, rather than Fort Collins. But I made my bed. So
Yeah. Well, you got to live with those regrets, man. There you go.
Yeah.
Fun fact about aloha, by the way, it's a special Hawaiian word that means love, hello, goodbye, and kindness. And they, so you can understand why they chose it as their nickname.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in the South, y'all just kind of encompasses a whole lot of things, and everyone just accepts it.
Yeah. You just say aloha when you're wandering around Hawaii, and you're just in good shape, man.
Yeah. People just assume it's one of those and it's good.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So for Jesse, which Colorado city hosts the annual Great American Beer Festival, the largest beer festival in the U.S.?
Oh, man. See, as a whiskey guy, it just doesn't do a lot for me. So, and we have so many festivals that all surround alcohol that, it's not Denver, is it?
It is Denver. You're exactly right. Nice. Perfect scores so far. Nice. All right, Camelia, which Missouri city is famous for being the starting point of the Pony Express in 1860?
It is St. Joseph, Missouri.
Nice.
And they still do. I found out just not too long ago, they still do a Pony Express ride that people all over the country take part in and ride horses along the Pony Express trails.
I mean, when you think about the Pony Express, it's kind of crazy. A bunch of people going throughout the whole country on horseback delivering stuff. I mean, it's pretty darn American.
That's right.
All right, this one's hard. I don't know if you guys will get this one. What is the state flower of Hawaii, often used in leis and symbolizing love and respect? Any horticulturalists out there?
Yeah, I'm a poli-sci major, David, so I'm going to have to gracefully bow out of this one.
It's not a hibiscus, is it?
It is. In fact, it's a yellow hibiscus.
Here it is.
Way to go.
Nice.
Excellent. Nice. All right, Jesse, which Colorado town, once a silver mining camp, is now a major ski resort destination?
It's a major ski resort. So thinking,
Also pretty wealthy.
I mean, it's going to be Vail, but there's also, problem is there's a lot of other options around there too.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, I'm going with Vail.
And Aspen.
Oh, Aspen.
Yep. Now,
You know,
I don't know. Vail was probably some sort of mining something at some point. But
yeah,
this
well,
one
the
was
problem is like when you start going down to those old mining towns, like all of them have these like little ski resorts next to them too. But
yeah, they do.
I mean, I feel like if you're a Dumb and Dumber reference, I would have got it.
I should have, man. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you have a chance.
I
Yeah, you got a chance.
I totally missed my chance. The one time on the podcast I could bring Dumb and Dumber in and I lose
you
it.
talk about how in a place where beer flows like wine. I mean, it's just you had so many options. But.
So awesome. All right. Camelia, sorry. What iconic monument standing 630 feet tall is the tallest man-made monument in the Western Hemisphere?
The gateway to the west, that is the St. Louis Arch.
Yes, the Gateway Arch. And then which famous author is known for the adventures of Tom Sawyer was born in Hannibal, Missouri? It's an easy one.
Well, we do love us some Mark Twain.
That's true. Mark Twain is inextricably Missouri, for sure. Yeah. All right. Going back to Hawaii. Which Hawaiian island is home to the famous Pearl Harbor Naval Base, site of the 1941 attack? Do you have a guess on the island?
It's
If you're a surfing enthusiast, it's some of the best surfing in the world with the North Shore.
I feel like you should throw a hint. Like you should have like 3 choices and do multiple choice here.
4 letters. Okay. It's all right. It's either Hawaii, Maui, or Oahu.
See, Oahu's been in my brain, but I'm not sure that that's it.
Was that your final answer?
Yeah, because it's the only one I could think of.
You're correct. That's Oahu.
Yeah, no, that's against that's what I thought too.
There you go. All right. What river, the longest in North America, forms much of Missouri's eastern border?
That is the Missouri River.
That is not the Missouri River.
Okay, so all right. Well, if it's not the
Mississippi?
Missouri, it's the Mississippi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Goes all the way down.
I felt like I should get a
Orleans.
point for that.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's terrible. I was just
You
reading
stole.
something about like Missouri being the longest river going from somewhere to somewhere. But anyway, yes, Mississippi.
Yeah. Lady Mississippi.
I mean,
Yeah,
no one
so-
talks about the Platte River, so we have to go look at other ones. So.
Yeah. Well, Jeff Crank used to talk about the Platte River, but that's why he's not the host anymore.
That's
Yes.
sad. That's sad.
No. Speaking of Colorado, and related to Jeff Crank, former host, now congressman, which Colorado mountain inspired the song "America the Beautiful"?
Pikes Peak.
Yeah, Pikes Peak.
I didn't
outside
know
of
that.
Colorado Springs.
Yeah, our
Anybody-
entire
all right,
Colorado
this is a bonus
Springs team will remind everyone of that the second you go to their office. So that's good trivia.
Yeah, you are correct. It is beautiful though. Anyone know who wrote the song "America the Beautiful"? I did not know this.
I do not.
I do not remember.
Catherine Lee Bates.
Okay. I've
Yeah.
heard that. Did not remember it. Yeah.
Not exactly Taylor Swift, but anyway, I mean, she was popular back in the day.
Better.
All right. Which Missouri-born U.S. president is known for his Fair Deal domestic program and the decision to drop atomic bombs in World War II?
Well, I mean, it's got to be Harry S. Truman.
Yes, Harry Truman. What is the state flower of Colorado, often found in high-altitude meadows?
The Columbine?
Yes, Rocky Mountain Columbine. Nice. All right, I didn't get this one. What traditional Hawaiian dish made from taro root is a staple at luau's?
Having never been to one, I'm just going to say spam. That's all I got.
I think spam might be additive. That's an excellent guess.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I didn't know this was. It's a poi.
Oh, okay.
I hadn't. I wouldn't have gotten one. What is this? What is the state tree of Missouri, known for its beautiful spring blossoms?
Oh, that is the dogwood. We love our dogwood trees here in Missouri.
Exactly right. Gosh, you guys are good. All right, last trivia question. What is the name of the traditional What is the name of the traditional Hawaiian dance that tells stories through movement and chant?
Oh. God, I'm trying to blink. I can see the dance.
Yep. Like a grass skirt.
Yeah.
Not related to it, but it might be related. I guess it is related. There was a very popular toy in the 50s and 60s, the blank hoop.
Hula.
Hula. Yes, the hula dance.
Oh, I don't
Little
think that
dance.
I knew that it was called the hula. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So,
Well, in that case, I did a lot of Hawaiian dancing when I was a kid.
yeah, nice. Well, hey, Camelia, I'll ask you, I mean, turn from the trivia questions, which were fun. I hope everybody enjoyed them some. You guys actually did really well on that. Maybe tell us about, the history a little bit of AFP in Missouri and like what you guys are doing.
Yeah, so I've been in Missouri with AFP for almost 4 years now. And, AFP has been around much longer than I have been in Missouri, at least working for them. I've been in Missouri nearly my whole life. But we've really, just like people know who we are because of the principles that we espouse and the policies we work on. And so, yeah, we've had a lot of things going on. Our constant goal is to cut taxes, right? Give people more control over their lives. And so one of the things, my favorite things that I love to hear in the Capitol is kind of AFP's reputation in Missouri is that they know exactly where we are on issues and policy, and that there's not going to be like anything that's going to change that, depending on who talks to us, or, you know what I'm saying? We can't be bought off or anything else like that, because the principles are the principles and they know where we're going to be on them.
Yeah, that's true. One of the things I used to be, I think, so way back, the state director in Illinois, obviously which borders Missouri. And I was always jealous because, sometimes we have these tours or like branded initiatives that we'll do throughout a state over a course of, a year or multiple years. And you always want to come up with cool names for them. And Missouri was always the best because the abbreviation for Missouri is MO, Mo. So you could say like, Mo anything, like as short for more. I was always so jealous that they had this naming
no
convention.
Mo taxes.
Right. No Mo taxes, or, no Mo regulation, or so.
Right.
I always was jealous of Missouri on that. And they've done some good stuff in the past. I know that you guys have, a pretty well aligned, state leadership now, and there's a lot of opportunity, and I'm excited for, what you guys are doing.
Yeah, no, it's been really great. I mean, the last several years, we've gotten a lot of good things done, with regard to expanding school choice. A lot of work to do there still, but we've gotten a lot done. And also with cutting the income tax, and we're going to work on eliminating it entirely next. So big things on the horizon, but also just a lot of deregulatory things like Sandbox, Act, as far as, making things easier for entrepreneurs, making things more free for youth entrepreneurs so that local municipalities aren't putting burdensome regulations on them. So all of those kind of things, education freedom, protecting homeschoolers. So we're all about it.
Yeah, that's great. Missouri is one of those states I look forward to seeing a lot of good stuff and continue coming out of. So Jesse, let's turn to Colorado. So what's like kind of the history of AFP in Colorado, and then maybe talk about some of the wins that you guys have had there in the state.
Yeah, so AFP started around 2009 in Colorado under the leadership of now Congressman Jeff Crank. And since then has really grown. It was back then was considered kind of the small C4. No one really knew what it did there. And over the years has really come to a powerhouse on the center right movement, and also policy decisions at the Capitol. We went from a purple state to a very, very blue state. And but despite that, AFP has done amazing work, and we got tax reduction, and we go through Citizens Initiative because the legislature doesn't agree with us on this. So we've been able to cut taxes here. We've been able to protect TABOR, which is our Taxpayers' Bill of Rights. And what it says, it just ensures that if you want to raise taxes, you just got to ask nicely. And the people get to decide, not the politicians, which means elected officials absolutely hate it because they'd rather go talk to 32 members in the House, or 33 members in the House, 18 in the Senate, and one governor to get their way versus going to the people. So, but we've also, we've stopped a lot. We stopped an employee trip reduction plan that sought to get you out of your car and force you to have the government force business to force you out of your car. We've been able to stop a banning gas-powered lawn equipment. Took 2 baby goats in about an hour of my town. Along with, we actually defeated the legislature, the governor, and Excel Energy on rate increases because, they wanted to talk about the nuances of green energy policy, and that we brought blankets to people and said, my energy bill's too high and we don't want to pay more. And lo and behold, people spoke up, and suddenly everybody, Excel decided they didn't want $132 million. They were fine not having it. And the governor decided, nah, we don't need this stuff. So been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great testament that even in a difficult political environment that's pretty on the line with folks who don't want to cut taxes but raise them, they want to spend more money that we don't have. They want to regulate us, kind of clamp down on energy sources and, clamp down on reliable energy.
Yeah.
You still, which is, again, my experience living in Illinois is very reflective of that.
Yeah, my pain.
Yeah. But we see AFP chapters able to still make a difference in those states, whether it's stopping bad policy, which is really important, or even trying to pass some good policy. And I think that that's a real testament to, a lot of times, to the leadership, but also the spirit. I think a lot of the folks there. I mean, you go to states that seem just super blue, super unaligned, terrible policy, and you find tons of people who are fired up and want to make a difference. And I think a lot of times AFP chapters in those states can really be that mechanism to help aggregate their voices and let their actions kind of take on more meaning.
Absolutely, because it doesn't matter if they voted for who they voted for president. Nobody wants to pay higher utility rates. Nobody wants to pay higher taxes. And when you got an organization who can come and actually help you take a step towards protecting your own financial well-being and that of your family, I mean, that's the ability that AFP offers folks that other organizations don't, because they might be a C4, but they carry a partisan banner with them, and ours is to good public policy.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's great. Well, I really appreciate you all. This is our first episode of the 50 Stars, 50 Stories series that we're doing. Just to remind everybody, we're going to talk to our state leaders in places where we have AFP state chapters to highlight, fun trivia about those states and make up the fabric of our nation. And we're going to do it according to what month they entered the union under. So today was Hawaii, Colorado, Missouri, because it's August. I'd also like everybody to remember that August is the birth month for your host here, my birth month. So anyway, August has a special place. So maybe I like Colorado, Missouri, Hawaii even more. But I'm excited about this, about these episodes. We'll do them every month. And I really appreciate both of you joining us for it.
Thank you. It was fun.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thanks. Well, folks, if you like this episode and would like to stay connected with the podcast, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, as well as following us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And always remember, liberty and freedom are easily taken for granted. Don't take it for granted. Go out there and defend freedom and liberty. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next show.
Thank you for listening to American Potential. You may listen to more stories from Americans working every day to expand freedom and opportunity in their communities by visiting AmericanPotential.com.